busy it is on a Friday. Right, Megan, open the door. Are you ready?
Atlanta clubbing is so boring. $100 admission. But I'm happy I ain't pay for it.
So what's the club like now? They just stand around looking on their phones.
Oh.
They sit around, they order bottle service, they look on their phones. Think about the music that is played today. You can't dance to that music.
No, not really.
You can't do you remember just going to the club? The middle of the dance floor is
Packed.
jam packed.
Yeah.
At this point, no one can convince me that club culture is not dead.
Let's count how much I made at the Dollar Trip Club tonight.
I'm going to show you how busy it is on a Friday. Right, Megan, open the door. Are you ready?
Atlanta clubbing is so boring. $100 admission. But I'm happy I ain't pay for it.
So what's the club like now? They just stand around looking on their phones.
Oh.
They sit around, they order bottle service, they look on their phones. Think about the music that is played today. You can't dance to that music.
No, not really.
You can't do you remember just going to the club? The middle of the dance floor is
Packed.
jam packed.
Yeah.
At this point, no one can convince me that club culture is not dead.
Let's count how much I made at the Dollar Trip Club tonight.
Hi guys, come to work with me. It's Thursday night, which means it's a $10 night today. Honestly, Thursdays have not been that good in the past month or so, and I don't know why I keep coming, but I keep telling myself this Thursday will be better. And in fact, this Thursday was not better.
Realistic night at the club. My first set was $46, and I had $14.
3 hours later.
And what you're seeing in a lot of these clubs, when women are going broke, when clubs are going broke, is that the economy, women's livelihood is rising and falling with the man. When I decide to come back, that's when I'll come back. They're seeing that in a lot of these situations, a man actually does have a little bit more power than you were saying that he did. So all of that chirping online and all of that talking online, all that got to cut out. All that got to stop.
I thought I looked cute as fuck this morning when I walked in at 7 fucking in the morning. My male coworker came up to me and he was like, "Why does it look like you're wearing a trash bag with a belt?"
Before we continue dating, I need you to show me your bank account. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting my time.
I have no problem doing that.
What's this?
I'll show you as soon as you step on that scale and wipe your makeup off. I just want to make sure that the interior matches the paint job.
Oh.
So I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
Let me help you with that.
And quite honestly, it sounds harsh, but these modern women talk so much trash. They talk so much trash that you got to do them like this. Oh, I thought I was looking cute and this and that. And you might be. But y'all like to say a lot of off the wall stuff. And at some point in time, y'all got to be humble. We all, at some point in time, get too big for our britches.
I saw a video on my For You page of a girl talking about how the club is in its flop era, and I am so fucking glad she said something, because I've been meaning to bring it up. I've been meaning to talk about this shit because it genuinely pisses me off. You know what? I feel ripped off to a certain extent.
I'm sure everybody in that club feels the same way. Modern women are going to have to get comfortable with men deciding when and where to go, where they want to go, and I can give you my money if I want to.
The other day, my guy friends were just like, yeah, I'd never date a bartender. It's like, what? They said bartenders are on the same level as strippers. And like, no hate, like, get your bag. Honestly, I don't care. But really, I feel like that's a little bit extreme. And honestly, I feel like men are just so insecure.
What?
About the idea of other men looking at their, like, girlfriend. I used to be a bottle girl, and I had a boyfriend. Let me fucking tell ya, he wasn't happy about that shit.
And I wonder why. I wonder why he would have a problem with that.
Right, so I've got a question, especially tailored to the guys of our generation, right? I don't know if it's a thing where guys don't move to girls anymore in public. I don't even know, but basically this happened to me on the train last week, and it's happened many times. Like, it's actually happened quite a few times, too many to count. I'm on the train, I look up, someone is coincidentally looking at my direction. I look up, they look away. I'm like, okay, maybe this was, you know, just casually just looking up, and you just catch each other's eyes. But then it happened the second time. I just looked up from my phone and I just see dead in my eyes somebody staring at me, thinking, is there something on my face? The third time this happens, I said, okay, this is not a coincidence. What's going on? If you want to tell me something, please, I beg, tell me. And I'm one of the most least intimidating people you can literally imagine. I can literally have a conversation with a brick wall. I'm a very friendly person, but I don't know if my face says otherwise, because they'll just get off the train like nothing happened. And I'll literally be like, but sir, you have a beautiful face. I don't know. Is it me? Do I need to seem more approachable? Because I have heard that women have actually let guys down very harshly. So is it a thing where guys just don't move to girls anymore because of that? I don't know.
Have you ever fallen for like a trick or like anyone that like?
No, I've never had, but I fake dated a guy before.
What is fake date?
Like, I have basically...
As if I don't know. What is fake dating?
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you know. I'm like, I think you've heard of it. Basically, he just, like, we were dating. He would take me out to dinner and, like, we would hang out and, like, whatever. But, like, every time we did anything, he had to pay me.
So he didn't pay you with dinner? Like, he was already spending his money. And this is what men are having problems with. So that woman's asking, why are men not stepping to me? Why are men not approaching me? I'm looking up, I'm looking down. He's still looking at me. Why is he not moving to me? Because he knows he's going to have to pay. He knows it's going to be a bill, and it's going to be a rather expensive bill. If you're too broke, just say that. I'm too broke. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm just enjoying the show right now.
Y'all, it finally happened to me. I got my ass humbled at work last night. When I'm at work and I'm not dancing on the stage, I like to walk around the club and go mingle with customers. Usually just walk around the club and I'll find somebody and I'll be like, hey, would you like any company? And most of the time they say yeah. Like, who's gonna say no to free company, right? So anyway, I yelled at this man, hey, would you like any company? This man dead ass goes, no. No?
Rejected.
I have never been rejected so point blank period to my face in front of everybody ever in my life. Like, I didn't even know how to respond because usually they're like, yeah, sit down. And so I just sit down and he was just like, no. And so I was like, okay, bye. I just want y'all to know I have not stopped thinking about that all night. Like, it's like replaying embarrassing moments in my head over and over again. I think that is my own personal form of hell.
I wouldn't wife no stripper either. Some man will do that because I might get caught in the whip.
So basically, it's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. I spend a lot of time on this account glorifying my job and talking about how much I love being a dancer, but I thought I would make a video kind of pointing out some of the cons because I, in no way, shape, or form, want these young people to look up to me that follow me on this account and think that it's all sunshine and rainbows over here. Number one, which is also a pro, but in a lot of ways can be a con, is the money. The money in this industry is extremely inconsistent. You never know what you're going to make day to day, week to week, month to month, or even yearly. And so that can be really hard for a lot of people to budget or fall back onto. And then you realize you're not making the same that you were before. There's been times when I've made thousands of dollars in one night, and then the next night I literally make $0. And so that inconsistency can be really, really hard for a lot of people.
Exactly. And that's what men keep on trying to say. Your life, fortunately for you, and a lot of the stuff that modern women do. I mean, you don't have to be in these types of clubs. Modern women, their what they want to be in life rises and falls on a man. They'll be based on the man. They'll be talking about, I'm a boss babe, I'm this, I'm that, I want to be this, I want to be that. Like the woman just talked about. I've never been rejected. I've never been so humbled. Usually when I walk up to a man, he says yes, but he said no. And he looked at me like, why would you even ask me something silly like that? And now I'm replaying it in my head like, wow, I usually always get what I want. And modern women, that's the way they think. Shoot, I usually come up in this club. I usually come up to a man and I get what I want. I'm usually looking at a man. I can do a little eye flutter and this and that, and he come up to me. But I'm now realizing that I actually don't got it like that.
Financial instability. Yes, there are some girls who work at these clubs in these bigger cities who will walk out with 10 grand in a night. I've also seen girls walk out with $10 in a night. You can't really plan for things, and I know that this made me, especially with my credit, really hard getting things like a car, a house, etc.
To all the girlies who want to be a dancer so bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked today made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No!
Should I stop stripping and get a real job?
Okay, I hate that. I went to go dance the other night, y'all, right in Houston, which I rarely do. I've been like maybe 2 or 3 times since, you know, starting my new career path. But it sucks. I made $200 and I spent like $140 on outfits. Sucks.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
There's a lot of modern women out here being humbled, getting a reality check. Where are the men at? Why are the men not going to the clubs? How come I can't get a man to pay attention to me? How come I can't get a man to pay me like he used to pay me? Why is it that I'm only getting $4 now? Why is it that I'm only getting half of what I used to get, a quarter, a third of what I used to get? Because you actually need a man, and your value to a man has decreased. And so when a man decides, no, I don't want that, I've seen a lot of businesses shut down because men just quit going. One day you driving by it and you be like, oh man, that's really popping. And then it seems like a year or 2 later, you drive by it again and you be like, oh, it's shut down. I guess the men want to go somewhere else.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not too old for the earth, but I'm too old for the club. And let me tell you why. So my friend hit me up and she was like, you trying to go out tonight? And I'm like, sure. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna hit the promoter up, see if we get a table. I said, absolutely. And she was like, okay, the tables are $750 and $950. There's 3 of us. So when I did the math, I was like, plus taxes and fees, if we get the $750 table, we're gonna be spending about $300 to $350 per person. She was like, well, fuck that, I could pay a bill. I said, exactly.
What are you talking about?
What do you think about the going out scene now?
I'm so glad you asked me this because I'm pissed.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. City of Los Angeles, come here.
To the front,
please. What the fuck happened?
Everything I used to think I wanted or I thought was cool, it doesn't feel good anymore. Baby, for one, the club culture is dead. Until y'all bring back dance floors, I will not be attending. That whole pop bottles, fuck the club up culture, sections culture, it's not natural. Because by having all these sections, you are forcing people to operate in their ego. And for me, that does not feel natural. We just standing around staring at each other. Who got the biggest chain? Who popping the most bottles? Everybody's operating in their ego, in the evil eye. And this is why I'm like, I had to leave.
Well, y'all have been operating in y'all's ego for a long time. It's just now the playing field is level. And now y'all got to pay y'all way in the club. But before, y'all used to walk in there trying to strut, trying to get a man's attention, and oh, I ain't talking to you unless you buy me a drink. So now that your ego is getting checked, it's a problem.
I remember I bought this one chick a drink.
I see her pass my drink to her ugly, broke-ass friend. All three of them huddled up like little cats in a milk bowl. Different lip glosses and shit on the glass. I said to myself, oh yeah, y'all three just mess it up for every chick in the world. The club scene is finito. The club scene is dead. And here's the reasons why. Let's start with the music. Ain't nobody going to the club when the music that the DJ's playing is possibly going to inspire a murder. While y'all ain't here playing this cute music, I need that. Let me hurry up and pay my bill music. What you talking about? You look around, ain't nobody in this motherfucker dancing? Everybody posted up on Demon Time. You mean to tell me everybody in this motherfucker is a killer? I didn't come to the club to trap. I came to the club to have a good time. Dudes standing all around looking at you like you the next victim. You can't enjoy yourself as a grown man in these conditions. To the DJs out there, y'all better stop all this trap and drill shit and bring some of that reggae back. I'm not finna get killed for no coochie. Y'all need to stop making that drill music and make some chill music. Y'all better play some Travis Porter around this stuff. Y'all don't got no Sean Paul, no T-Pain. My plan was to buy you a drink, not think about getting shanked. They gotta do this shit. To the ladies out there, the jig is up. Being bad and bougie done took you out the game.
Club in LA is officially dead. Man, we went to the club last night. I won't say which club, but bro, it was so dead. Nobody's dancing. Nobody's smiling. I don't understand. Like I was literally taken back.
Of course you were, because men ain't playing that no more. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. The culture has changed. Men have decided, hey, I'm going to have fun on my own terms. I'm going to do things on my own terms and ain't nobody going to tell me different. And so when you start excluding women, what do? They act like they always act. They going to force their way in. They going to get online, start complaining. Oh man, it's all the outrage. Do you see what that man did? Do you see what these men, they're trying to oppress us by keeping us out. They don't want us in the system, and they're going to start another wave of feminism. They're going to start another march to get into a club. You think I'm joking? Modern women, they're so egotistical and pride-driven that it hurts them not to be a part of what a man is doing.
Waitlisted for speed dating. I guess way more women than men signed up. So unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go.
Dating right now in 2024 is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life.
I am out here wiping mounds of snow off of my car just so I can head to a speed dating event tonight that I paid $40 for to play icebreaker games with random men. What am I doing?
You and the previous women before you are doing what a lot of these modern women do. They go here in hopes. That's what keeps these modern women hanging on. I hope, I feel, I think, I'm manifesting the divine feminine. And they think if they go, that's why you're out there. If you knew how it was going to show up, oh, now see, somebody's going to say something. Oh man, that was the finest man. Oh man, see, I knew I should have went. I knew I should have gone. When really it was just one fine man in there to y'all standards. And now, plus all y'all going for the same man. So it's not even gonna matter. Like y'all gonna sit for the same man anyway. And you, none of y'all are gonna win. That's what you don't understand. Maybe one. So you'd have wasted your time anyway. But it's just, I might have, maybe I'm so unique, I might have been able to sell him.
What? This isn't even worth it. What is this all for?
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at? I'm sick of it.
Forgot how useless men are nowadays.
We just got to a speed dating event. Wish us the best of luck because we're actually really nervous. So let's see how this plays out.
A few moments later.
We showed him pictures of guys that were at the event. Your mom laughed. And his first reaction to the first picture was, whoa. And then I sent my mom pictures and she was just laughing emojis.
Look, there.
Y'all, there's a speed dating thing here tomorrow night for Christians. Should I go? I don't know. I'm so awkward.
I think the reason that, I sleep with so many guys is because it's the only time I can really feel validation from a man. I mean, my dad told me every single day until he died that I was a failure of a daughter.
So you're getting closure by proving your father's point.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm starting a new series. It's going to be called The Grocery Store Chronicles because apparently in Arizona, that's the only place to meet single men.
For a singles event on Valentine's Day, and here's how it went. I was so nervous, you guys. This was a singles tournament at this paddle club here in New York City. You would play with different partners every game. It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit.
PSA, I am only dating hot guys. This is the Hawkeye era. I'm only gonna date hot men from now on.
They come with us to a singles event in Chicago. These were the fits, and after we took this clip, we passed a naked man on State Street, and that really set the tone for the rest of the night. This thing was at Spin, and it was packed, but the dating pool was grim. We did befriend two guys, and we went to a bar with them after, but I don't think they realized we were trying to friend zone them. And this is us walking home. I'll spare the audio, but never again.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, but some of this stuff looks pretty cool. It looks like these look like great hangout spots if you weren't trying to find somebody. Does that make sense? Like, if we were just chilling, you know, there as friends, then that would look like a great spot to go to. But when you got women talking about I'm in my hot guy era, when you have women talking about, oh, you know, I'm trying to get over the things that my father did to me, nope, red flag. Why can't we find any guys? When you got women in the little Uber or whatever it is, oh, we showed our Uber driver and he laughed and he said, what is this? Oh, we showed our mom and she was like, oh my God, what's going on? And then you're going to be asking in the same breath, why are men not coming to these things? Why are men not showing up to the club? Earlier on in the video, we're asking why men are not coming to the gentleman's club, why the clubs are going broke, why they're going bankrupt, why they're shutting down, why club culture is dead. It's because men have decided I'm not with that stuff. Well, how come y'all just come into the club and y'all just stand by the wall and don't do anything? How come y'all don't pay for bottles? How come y'all don't buy no girl no drink? I'm in my hot guy era, so no hot guys approach me. Do you see the selection of men here? Why am I paying $75 for you to try to roast me? If I'm going to get roasted like that, I'm going to see like a legit comedian like Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, like somebody that I'm actually going to enjoy. They're going to entertain me. You know, I'm going to have to have thick skin, but you know, it's all in good fun. For modern women, they're trying to destroy you.
All right, I am looking for a guy, a single guy.
Where are the single men at in Atlanta that are not absolutely unhinged?
The only thing I'm going to be doing at 12 o'clock tonight is kicking any man away that tries to come near me. You're not going to ruin my year on day one, my love.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
we don't care.
Where are all the men? Where can I find a good man? Where can I find a man? Where are all the men?
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband?
Here we go.
Minimum $1 million.
What's ideal?
Multi-million.
What?
I did not meet my husband. Honestly, I feel like the event was pretty poorly organized. Like, everyone was kind of just in a room and I don't know, there was just like no natural mingling going on. Oh, and there were no tacos. They promised us tacos and there were no tacos. Another thing, but this one I kind of expected, there were just so many more women than men.
Your name and age?
Braylon, I'm 37.
Okay. And Braylon, why did you pop your balloon?
Initially I thought the shoe was beautiful, but it was too much weave. The toes hanging off the shoes for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I just kind of, the toe was like she gripping the side of the shoe.
Rejected.
And that was a little bit harsh, but you'll notice, you know, I don't want to condone that. I don't want to condone that, but I'm just saying, modern women will go around. Once again, let's go back earlier in the video when modern women sat up there and made fun of those men after they just got out of the event. They hadn't even made it home. They got in the car trashing the man. And we see more examples. You see the woman asking, where are the good men at? Y'all just got through trashing the good men. Y'all just got through giving the good man, giving the Uber driver a photo of the good man and trashing him and trying to roast him, making fun of him. That's what y'all just got through doing. Y'all wondering where they are. This is what y'all get. Men are, why isn't he a gentleman? Instead of being a gentleman, I say what I really feel about you. because you're going to say what you really feel about me. You're going to give me a list of stuff that I need to do for you, and you ain't going to give me a list of stuff that you're going to do for me. Nah.
Now that I'm back on the dating scene, I'm noticing some things that I never noticed before. Men who go to the gym a lot, they love them some big girls. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's something about the fact that they like lifting heavy objects over and over again.
Day party with no men.
Where are the single men at in Atlanta?
Men don't go after women anymore nowadays, and part of the reason is that it's just become so hard because we women have become so
demanding and delusional. And once again, we're back to the question. So man, we don't even have to make it up. We're back to the question. Where are all the good men at? How come I cannot find a good man? That's what you just heard a few clips ago. Well, you know, men love big girls. They love this, they love that. A man above all else loves peace. A man above all else loves a woman that lives in reality. I'm not lying to you, man. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean, but y'all have become a bona fide headache.
How long did you make this guy wait?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 dates.
And then what about that one other guy that was in between?
Yeah, that was like the first date. I don't do that anymore.
Women. The guy that is worthy of something longer term or continuous or even a relationship, he gets to wait. That's always confusing to me. As a guy though, I would be like, hold up.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 dates.
And then what about that one other guy that was in between?
Yeah, that was like the first date. I don't do that anymore.
The fact of the matter is, she's happy about that. She takes pride in what she was doing.
Everyone always says it's gonna be okay, but no one really knows that. That's just what you say. I just feel like it's a little bit unfair. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn? What did I do wrong? The thing is, I don't even want to be getting married or having kids right now, but I'm just starting to get nervous. What is wrong with me?
Girls fighting over man at singles event.
Okay, on a serious note, where do like the 28-year-old single men hang out at? Because like
28 to like 30.
You're so right. We're bopping around the West Village and I'm looking. I'm looking.
Eyes are peeled.
But I'm not finding them. So if you're 28 and single,
we live in New York. It shouldn't be that hard to find.
Like, okay, you can stand me up, but I honestly just feel more bad for you than I feel bad for myself that you stood me up looking like this.
And what she just said, is why women have to fight over men at a singles event. That's why they have to fight over men at a singles event, because they're delusional and they see that their delusion isn't working. And so now I have to go out here because I see other women trying to get my man. I'm going for this man. I'm special. You should understand, as a girl's girl, why would a man not be happy to be with this? And the other woman saying the same thing. Why would a man not be happy to be with this? Delusional. Y'all are talking about where are all the men at in New York. We're popping out. We're trying to see where all of the men are at the house. If all of y'all are as delusional as this woman right here talking about, you'd be so lucky. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Man gonna stay in the house for a long time.
Like, have a good night.
Does anyone else feel like they shouldn't work? I don't think I was built to work. Like, I really wasn't. I truly wasn't.
What? I just want to invite you to an exciting event. We're having a singles night. So have a look at my events and please come and join us.
Get unready with me while I tell you about my experience speed dating in New York City. We walk up to two girls and we're like, this selection? Literally every single guy was 5'6" or under, and there was not one cute guy.
Men are very different. They like don't court you. Like, whatever happened to flowers and phone calls and good morning, babe, and good night, babe, and oh, get lunch or breakfast, or hey, do you want to go look at the sunset? I don't fucking know. but like that's gone now. Like,
I'm convinced after seeing these clips, man, these boys need to stay in the house. They don't need to be going anywhere. What's wrong with the men? They're soft. We didn't see not one cute guy there. I'm convinced, man. Like, no. I'm trying to keep hope alive, but it's not worth it, bro. I mean, they sit up there, they come from the event and call men ugly, man. You don't look the greatest. Not to me, anyways. That's what I'm saying. It's not to me. What's wrong with the men? Why they so soft? You just got through talking about men. They don't look good. They don't want to talk to you, bro. They don't want to be constantly humiliated.
A little, how can you say it? Excited. Really? Here we go.
For the plot. For the plot.
Plot twist, no men showed up because they're trash in LA, and literally all of these hot girls. So I'm dating a girl. Bye.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm a director, producer, and just overall bad bitch, you know? Yeah.
Period.
Update, we just left.
The bitches came through. It was just bitches. Bitches everywhere.
But we love the bitches.
All
and
of
honestly,
our friends were there. Yeah. And that's what we love about LA. Is that you know all your friends.
And it was a networking event and a friendship event. And now I have 800 new besties.
And y'all gonna have to make a lot of those friends because men are not coming. They don't want to be involved in foolishness. They don't want to be involved in this little highlight reel that you have going on. I know y'all think it's cute for y'all to document this stuff, but men are not interested. Y'all y'all want privacy, y'all want protection, but y'all keep on invading somebody else's. That man don't want to be recorded. He don't want to be talked about. He don't want to be dissected like that. Oh, he was this. Yeah, he was a little bit short. Yeah, I really didn't like this. Or what was wrong with his hair? A man's gonna see that, and he gonna be like, oh, I was gonna call her, but no. And she gonna be on the video talking about, oh, well, he said he would call, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. And after you see that video, it's like, uncross your fingers because it's not gonna happen.
Makes sense for you as far as like why divorce is inherently more risky for men?
I just feel like you're saying because women tend to be the person who initiates a divorce, correct?
Yes.
That's why it's riskier for men, but why do women tend to end divorces? With successful men that have money, they cheat.
She said it earlier.
They do all these things that women don't want to put up with.
She said it earlier. It's
so
a feeling.
why?
Feelings change from day to day.
Yeah. So I could have been in love with the person at the moment, but if that person is no longer treating me well just because we're married, I have to say no.
That's the point.
Because he can't be a good husband.
So as a man,
that's all I'm asking.
If I marry you and you decide, you know what, he's not the guy I thought he was anymore, I'm leaving. You take half my stuff and maybe.
So is there no risk without reward?
So what's
you married me, right?
No. So once again, this is why
you wanted to marry me.
Don't want to get married.
You loved me enough that it would be worth it to you to marry me and take the risk.
Hold on, stop the show. You just basically admitted it with your own words. Why guys don't get married?
Gentlemen, if you're in your 40s and you're single, your dating value market is at an all-time high. And I'm not saying this just to hype you up, but I have spoken to a lot of my clients who are 40 plus and they don't see their own value. Here are some problems that I see. Number one, you focused on your increasing age when the woman hasn't. If you're young at heart, you can be 70 and still find a catch. In therapy, I call this a limiting self-belief or age excuses, to be blunt. Secondly, you're over 40, but you're just done with all the BS. You have just been through so much that now you have this overreactive BS radar. And lastly, if you're 40, single, unmarried, or divorced, women...
Did you not hear what was just said on that Fresh and Fit podcast? Did you not hear that? Did you not see that man sitting by the window, enjoying playing his guitar with no stress? Did you not see that? How come y'all not coming out to talk to us? This woman just said, you're going to owe me, regardless of if I'm in the wrong. You're going to owe me that money that you have. Even if I'm the problem, you still need to be taking care of me. Oh.
Women will wonder if you are traumatized. Make sure you call it out and set your intentions clearly and confidently.
What I noticed lately is that a lot of men rather stay single because they're tired of giving their everything and ending up with nothing. Do you guys agree with that?
This is 100% the truth. Girls really don't value anymore what men bring to their lives. The world now has become primarily about material. There is always somebody else that can provide better material. Because of this, there's no real reason to cling on to one person or another. There's always somebody better, right? This, of course, is only if you define somebody by what they provide in the material world. The harsh reality, of course, is this. Most people really don't deserve or need that much material. Just because you feel that you deserve something doesn't mean you actually do. Your life will eventually show you that reality one way or the other. Since girls always have a shoulder to cry on, they may not realize it.
Here is why intelligent men stay single. At work, being logical is rewarded, but that doesn't work with dating. Women want to feel emotions. This means flirting, telling stories, and making her laugh. Only when you stir her emotions can her attraction for you.
Think about this. The divorce rates, approximately 50% divorce rates in the USA, and 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. So who really tends to give up the most? By the numbers, it's...
How dare you?
It's women.
Exactly. And thank you for saying this, because what she was just talking about, oh, stir this, do that, be this, say that. For modern women, it doesn't work. It does not work. You cannot make these modern women happy. For whatever reason or another, you can't make them happy. They don't want to be with you. They're only going to be happy getting a divorce and taking half of what you have.
Women divorce men 70 to 80% of the time. I would argue in relationships, it's probably similar. Men aren't leaving, women are. So to a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore. So he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kid. So he's not fulfilling his mating strategy. On top of that, even if he does find a good woman that maybe has the qualities he's looking for, she was going to want him to marry her. And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half and take my kid. And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it?
But
like men are logical.
Sorry.
They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
Reason why young men especially are hesitant to get married is because for a lot of men, they don't see any benefit from it. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. If someday she could say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this anymore. I'm going to divorce you, but you're still going to be responsible for paying for me for the rest of your life.
Like I said, I'm pro prenup, and alimony is not gendered. It's literally a formula in most states. And so in a situation, I do think like, yeah, if a man wants to get married, you should think about this. You should think about this possibility. But I don't think that it's fair that a woman who has given up so much in order to be a homemaker shouldn't have any, shouldn't have anything. She should just be left on the street.
But like Pearl was just saying, they always want to say that a woman's going to be left out on the street. And I think, to be fair, in some cases, they are. And that's probably not right. But some of these women are trying to step out of the relationship. We're not giving enough weight to saving these stay-at-home moms, these stay-at-home wives that have lived off of the man for 10 or 15 years and then decided, well, I don't want to be with you for whatever reason, for X, Y, and Z. It's not because the man wasn't faithful. It's not because that man didn't provide. It's because she was going, and once again, you'd think that I would be making this stuff up, but these women are admitting, well, I was going through a midlife crisis. I was going through menopause and I hated my husband. And it's just, we ended up divorcing. And now that I'm through that, now I realized I was acting crazy and I want my husband back. It's that type of stuff that can happen. It's that type of stuff that will happen. And those might be extreme examples. But the point is, modern women continue for some reason to I just want to leave. I just want to get up out of here. They'll say to your face, I know you're the one for me. I know you never done me wrong. I know you've been faithful to me, but I got to explore and be myself. So you just wasted my time and my money for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 years. You've wasted my time. And now you want to go explore. And now you want to go take my money and explore. If that's the case, why are we giving you anything? You want to go explore, go explore. That's you. That's on you. You're breaking the contract. You're breaking the partnership. So you should have to pay. And guess where else they have to do that? In sports. Anytime you sign a contract, unless you put a caveat in there, you have to fulfill the contract. Period.
Told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody. I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet.
This is exactly why so many men don't want to get married. Because they could be the most loyal, hardworking, honest, good man, but then they end up divorced. That is scary because if he's literally doing nothing wrong, then what can he fix? But here this man is. He's already doing everything. What's even worse is that this has been going on in her head for 10 years. He probably had no clue. And then she'll give him 6 months to somehow fix it after it's been going on for more than 10 years. It's so unfair. And this is what men mean when they say that it came out of nowhere, that they were blindsided. She blindsided him. She can't say that, well, she told him 6 months ago that it was a problem and it needed to be fixed. And then they end up in divorce. And then she claimed that she didn't blindside him. You did blindside him.
And again, I say, with this type of stuff that modern women are doing, y'all are wondering why men are walking away.
For some reason, that seems to work. If you were to ask if you were to ask an attorney, what is the single biggest financial agreement me as a man am going to get into in my entire life?
Marriage.
Is it my house or my car? It is your marriage.
Yep.
And yet you are far more informed on the financial details of your car and your house than you are in your marriage. In your marriage, you will get married with no education, no prenup, no nothing. And I recommend people go speak to a divorce attorney before they get married so that it helps them stay married. I also think this is going to be really controversial.
Well, most people get married broke though, so it does,
sure.
like a prenup ain't.
Yeah,
gonna do it.
a lot of people do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. I will say this. I think prenups will help marriages stay together in a lot of cases. Very similar to how you'll see in neighborhoods where people have fences and there's like dual gun ownership, that you have the lowest level of crime because people like, no one's going to rob us. It's like, we have boundaries. I think when people have boundaries, like they understand the boundaries of the world. You have boundaries. Your wife doesn't cheat on you. You don't cheat on your wife. That is a boundary. No matter what people say, you have boundaries in your relationship.
Oh, we for sure.
Right.
do.
If your wife's like, hey, I just want to let you know, assalamu alaikum, I've converted to Islam.
Yeah.
This is a problem, honey.
Yeah.
We got to deal with this. That's a boundary.
Yeah.
Having those boundaries helps a relationship. Having like where there is no incentive for someone to break out of the relationship through a prenup, the prenup should de-incentivize both parties from divorcing. Or the prenup should de-incentivize both parties from cheating. If you do that, I think that can actually help the situation. And so that's where there's a problem. It's like men are now getting married at 30 and they're getting married to women who don't really want them, who are like settling. Sheryl Sandberg, she had the quote is like, hey, when you're young, date them all, date the hot guy and the fun guy. But when you're older, date the guy who thinks that taking out the trash is sexy or whatever. And it's like, bro, I'm supposed to wait while you run through all these dudes. And then when I'm 30, I'm going to settle down with you after you've been through all these, after you've rocked the bartender. I'm like, I'm not going to wait. That's crazy.
And that's what women are looking at. It's a game. It's strategic. It's something that they say they fantasize about the wedding day. These modern women fantasize about getting rich. They fantasize about a get rich quick scheme. And that's you, the man who's been busting his behind for 10 to 15 years prior to that. I started working when I got out of college, or I started working straight out of high school. You know, that was the only option for me. I had to make quick money. So I got out there and I started hustling. You've been working for about 10 or 15 years now. Now I'm 30, I'm 35. And, you know, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling like I can take care of a family. Enter in these modern women who are looking to get out of corporate America, who are looking to quit working. I'm looking for a man that makes 6 figures, preferably 250,000. So I can go in the store and spend above and beyond, and he's not going to have a problem with it, because a real man wouldn't.
Oh, there's a 56% divorce rate, and 80% of divorces are initiated by women. So
80%?
80%. So when I 70 to 80%. Whenever I talk to women about this, their obvious next reaction is, well, of course, because it's the men's fault. The men do this, the men do that, the men do whatever. And I'm like, okay, what if we ran an experiment where we controlled for men? So a way to do that would be to look at same-sex couples, gay men and lesbian women. What is their divorce rate? So what should happen is, if it's men's fault, is that homosexual men should get divorced at a higher rate than lesbian women. And the opposite is true. Lesbians get divorced at twice the rate that homosexual men do. So when women don't even have men to blame, they are leaving marriages faster than men are. That shows that there is an issue. Where does that issue come from? I personally believe it is stimulus, that it comes from the incredible amount of options that women believe they have from social media and from dating apps.
Do you think that, my opinion would be, women are more emotional than men?
Sure.
And when you're emotional, you make emotional decisions?
Yes. You also make things up. You also, like, you looked over at a car and there was a girl standing by it, and your wife's like, why are you looking at that girl? And you're like, I wasn't. It's like, why are you lying to me? I was like, I'm not lying to you. I wasn't even looking at her. That kind of thing, where it's just made up, that may be more prevalent in lesbian relationships than in homosexual relationships, which is part of the reason why. That's just theory why that's happened. I've definitely been in relationships before where a woman feels something and now she starts attributing
my theory would be
motivation to
just
me.
emotions. Like, I just think,
for sure,
you just make spur of the moment decisions when you're emotional.
Right, but what you wouldn't see, though, then is a decline in marriage and then a 56% divorce rate. If that was something that the problem is, there's issues that always happen, but then when social media came out, these issues got exacerbated, and the exacerbation is because of the social media.
And even with him making the argument, well, it's just because they're more emotional, even that wouldn't matter. You still are undisciplined and you still can't control your emotions, which is why you're leaving a relationship with a man. That's the point. That's the point. You're not disciplined enough to be in a relationship. You're not disciplined enough to be in well, I went to therapy and I've done this and I've done that. What they make a habit of doing is throwing all of that in a man's face. And because a man can't really do anything to you, because a man has to keep his hands to himself and his emotions in check, you use that as a license to become even more unhinged and even more unbridled. Just let your tongue go. Just go ahead and just go off on him. But in a relationship where both of y'all are women, you say your stuff, I'ma say mine, and it's gonna get pretty rough around here. Oh well. Let's separate.